another shoulder tackle. This time both opponents land on their backs. I, for one, would not be making fun of any former member of the Special Forces, a tank brigader, a starter for the ASU Sun Devils. The complete package looking to finish things right now, but instead Roselle comes back, goes for a schoolboy. 1, 2, that's it, folks! The Grunt Style Stable retain their tag team championships. The DCW champion with a sit outside headlock. Tom Chad reverses 2, 1 and a 2, it was 2. Delivers a standing leg drop, goes for the pin, 1, 2, and there he is, folks, interfering. Tom Chad up to his feet, a kick to the gut. He goes for the cover, 1, 2, that's it, folks. The bridges that he burned to get to this point cost him years of friendship and a lot of integrity. Welcome to downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. It's Wrestling at the Gateway. I'm Lauren Gardner, the Cicerone. On behalf of all Devotion Championship Wrestling, welcome. Today we have a #1 contenders match for the Tag Team Championship. The complete package versus the Black Horsemen and the former champions themselves, the Brothers Smith. But first, let's throw to J.V. Vernola.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time the Devotion Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, pineapple-clad Tom Chad.
After weeks and weeks of backbiting and underhanded tactics, Tom Chad was able to beat Sam Adonis and become the DCW champion.
Check it out! Hey, you sit your ass down in that chair, you're not taking my spotlight again. This is the Tom Chad show. She will sit there and she will shut up and do as I tell her to.
Oh, come on, you can't talk to a child that way, let alone your own. Anyway, yes, check out our YouTube channel. If you missed last week's episode, I have to say, an absolute upset when Tom Chad beat the champion Sam Adonis to become the newly crowned DCW Heavyweight Champion. Of course, he's going to address us now, and I'm sure our IQs will drop collectively.
Keep moving, because last week I proved to the all state of Utah who the best damn wrestler is. Me!
Well,
oh, luck, huh? Doesn't matter, I still got the title!
Luck may have played into it, but he
From
did
day
win
one,
fair and
Manny
square.
Lemons was on top because he's the guy who owned the company. I got here by kicking ass and doing it my own way. I didn't need to be the boss of the company to get the title.
No, you got there by cheating.
Manny befriended me because he didn't want me to be a threat to his championship. Once I got smart, Manny, there ain't no friends in this business. I got here my own way.
While Tom Chad did win the championship fair and square, it's the actions leading up to that match, but the actions that led up to him becoming the #1 contender, which included interfering in Manny Lemon's defense of the championship, which he then lost to Sam Adonis. So, Manny Lemons, it will be interesting to see what he has to say as a former champion to his former best friend who has burned every bridge possible.
Cue the music. Oh, pineapple clad, huh? You're dead on, man. You know, week after week, you come out here and you bitch and you moan, you complain and you groan.
Oh, he's not wrong.
The only reason you have that is because you hit me from the back.
This is true.
That's the only reason.
As the Brother Smith would say, this is also true.
Besides the fact, Tom Chad, you can sit there and talk all the crap you want. You can say anything about me, owning the company, not giving people opportunities. Man, I'm here just like everyone else, fighting for a chance, fighting for an opportunity. And you know what? Heck, I got my ass kicked, but that comes with the job, that comes with the territory. So this right here, right now, Tom Chad, why don't you fight me for that pretty belt?
Now this I would love to see, and I'm sure Manny would love to get his hands on Tom Chad. Of course, this music definitely telling of the man coming out from the Motor City himself, a former DCW champion in his own right. These three gentlemen were in a #1 contenders triple threat match. Tom Chad snuck by with a count out to win. Gotta get the mics turned on here.
Shut your pineapple mouth up. Manny, so you really trying to tell me that everything here in DCW is a level playing field? Well, why is it that you are always at the head of the class? Hey, hush. But maybe old Tom Chad's right.
Ooh, interesting perspective from a man who has been through quite a bit.
I don't know
here
what's with
at
these
DCW.
microphones, but you have to always hit them on. Marlon Bishop, there's no secret you're God's gift to wrestling. I mean, look at the man.
Yeah, this is also true.
He's got the guns and he's got some cool shoes to go with it.
Sporting those Jordans, baby.
But let
nice.
me tell you something, Marlon. Like I told Tom Chad, I'm here fighting like everyone else. And if you wanted an opportunity, all you had to do was ask. So why don't we make this clear? You and me, the winner gets that fat little kid. The #1 contendership for the DCW heavyweight title here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if it's gonna happen. Looks like it is gonna happen, folks. Not only do we have a #1 contendership match for the Tag Team Championship, but in addition, we will have a #1 contendership match for the DCW Heavyweight Championship. But before we get to that, I want to talk about what's been going on the peripheral of the championship contenders, and that is the bizarre feud going on between Craig Washington IV, Psycho, William Cutting, Josh Glade, and yes, even Lola. This all started about 5 weeks ago when, after parting ways with Josh Glade, William Cutting was able to entice him to come and fight Craig Washington IV by giving him that doll. Before he got the doll, he was morose and lethargic, but after getting the doll, he was able to dig deep and perform these superhuman strengths, after which Craig Washington IV was incensed, beyond angry, viciously attacking William Cutting. After taking the doll from William Cutting, it's turned into a game of hot potato with the doll, as everyone is trying to keep control of Josh Glade.
What's all the noise going on here?
This meat sack just wants the doll.
Is he okay?
Josh Glade has found a friend in Lola. At this point, I'm not even sure who has the doll, but it has been proven that with that doll, Josh Glade might just be unbeatable. But without it, he is a shell of a man, let alone a fighter. But it is proving that Craig Washington is a force to be reckoned with. However, he realizes the power that Josh Glade has, and the power then wielded by whoever holds the doll. Let's turn to Cutting and Glade.
Okay, I'll get your doll. You and that doll are pathetic. It's just a doll. All right, I'll get the doll back. Okay, yeah, I'll get it. Just don't come out until I call for you. Oh, doll.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time, William Cutting.
I almost wonder if William Cutting feels as if this is more of a detriment. He seems to be going after the doll out of more like a child trying to appease a crying child, as he is to actually concerning about the welfare, the mental health of Josh Glade. In In fact, we've seen it come back to bite him, as was shown in that footage from the vicious beating he took from Craig Washington IV.
Now, Craig Washington, you have something that belongs to me. So you have two options. You can either bring it to me, or I can go back there and I can take it from you.
Cutting, calling Craig Washington out, trying to get back that coveted property of Josh Glade. However, if you remember what Cutting told Glade as he was leaving the, well, I'll call it a den, a cubby hole, wherever it is backstage that our staff seems to find Josh Glade and William Cutting. Stay here until I call for you.
You must have some type of death wish. You want this doll so bad? Let's fight for it. Bring a ref out here.
Craig Washington IV has proven himself against William Cutting. In fact, that was the true impetus of this entire back and forth. William Cutting had cut ties completely with Josh Glade. It wasn't until after Craig Washington IV viciously and very soundly beat him in the ring that he offered the doll as an incentive, a peace offering to entice Glade to get back at Washington because he had so soundly humiliated Cutting. Now, I reached out to Lola earlier this week to find out if the doll had a name. It's such coveted by Josh Glade. Of course it does. His name, as Lola told me on Twitter, is Gemini. But while Washington is worried about Psycho keeping track of the doll, Cutting delivers a low blow that would have felled any lesser man. But Washington, trained in sumo, is accustomed to pain, but perhaps more adept at dealing it out as William Cutting is Wait, Lola! What's Lola doing out here? What? This is... She's trying to get the attention of Washington. Washington is a very savvy businessman. He is not one that can be hoodwinked, and immediately he's directing Psycho not to be able to get the doll. But with that hesitation too, Cutting gets a pin, and Lola takes off, now running out of the arena with the doll. And we have seen in the past that Craig Washington does not like losing. And anyone that so makes him do it pays the price in full. William Cutting. And then he steps right in his guts. Our sophomore official, Sean, trying to make sure he's okay, and look at the disrespect from Washington. Washington, he's not finished yet, now going into a chokehold. Our official is trying to get Washington to stop. I mean, at this point, it's for the life of William Cutting. Washington making Psycho open the ropes for him. I feel like we're learning a lot about Washington through these interactions that we see. He's a man who knows exactly what he wants and is outraged when he is not able to achieve that. And it makes sense, right? He's a businessman who has conquered the corporate world, and now he's hoping to conquer the world of DCW. Folks, we are just getting started. 2 matches yet to come, both #1 contenderships. Let's go to one of those participating in our main event, Marlon Bishop.
Manny Lemons, tonight is...
Excuse me, sir. No, just excuse me. I just got 1 minute. I'm sorry. 1 minute of your time, I'm gonna make you an offer. I know you can't refuse. Just 1 minute, sir.
Okay, man.
1 minute, I promise you won't regret it.
The following contest is a tag team match and is for the #1 contender for the DCW Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, representing OVW at a total combined weight of 487 pounds, the six-tool product, Anthony Katina, the supernatural Tony Bizzo. They are the complete package.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure what a six-tool product is. Is that like a utility knife or a Leatherman? A Gerber? I don't know, but aptly named the complete package. These guys look the way, when you envision professional wrestler, these guys are picture perfect. Truly supernatural Tony Bizzo, Anthony Katina. These gentlemen have made waves at OVW, and we are seeing them here again. They have something to prove when it comes to their fellow OVW locker room mates in the Grunt Style stable, and this is their winning this number one contendership is their in to prove to the GSS that they truly are
and
the
their
chosen ones
opponents.
of OVW.
First, at a total combined weight of 400 pounds, from the Temple of the Grey Watcher, Chatwin and Austin, the Brothers Smith.
Voted the 2019 fan favorite tag team wrestlers of the year by the devoted faithful. Look at that crowd response. Brother Smith. Yes. Maintain your social distancing. Thank you, brother. These two, I'll be honest, these guys, when they got the inaugural tag team championship, they stepped their game up, and since that day, we have seen them improve with every single match. Always a pleasure to have these two here. They bring a, a certain spirit into the DCW arena. Always going for a handshake. Oof. They are just too naive and expect the best from some of the worst people.
490 pounds, being accompanied to the ring by the awesome one, Joe Barton. ATIBA, the final boss, Bruce Wayans, the Black Horsemen.
Bruce Wayans, ATIBA, and accompanied by the awesome one, Joe Barton. But the Brothers Smith take this opportunity to mete out their own revenge and justice. Listen to that crowd reaction to these two taking out. Oh, beautifully done. And Brother Austin with the Uranagi goes for the pinfall, but as the Black Horsemen are well aware, the match hasn't even started yet. The bell hasn't been sounded. And our senior official is just waiting for things to calm down, which is a smart move. If you're a referee, there's no point in trying to push against a bulldozer. You're not going to be able to herd these cats. Just let them peter out. There we go. Now we've got two people in the ring and we can get started. But sadly, the ambition from Brother Smith has really not fared well for them, as they are both being subject to vengeance and furious anger for attempting to distract and pull one over on both teams. Bruce Wayans pulling up Brother Austin, but instead Tony Bizzo gets a chance to tag himself in, and out goes Bruce Wayans by the work of Anthony Katina. These two are tag team specialists. They work cohesively as a unit, and as we've seen, even the trouble that they've given our tag team champions in the Grunt Style stable, I would assume they are by far the favorites to win this. Goes in for the pinfall is Tony Bizzo, but up on the top rope, ATIBA raining down as the Jet and Jeet Kune Do master of the Black Horsemen. He liked it once, he's gonna go for it twice. Big old frog splash. Comes down on Brother Austin. And that's it, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
give you equality or justice or anything. If you're a man,
and the Black Horsemen truly working together for tag team victory. Katina coming in, not happy about the outcome, and I can't blame him, but at the end of the day, the Black Horsemen come out with the W, and we will see them now in a future match for the Tag Team Championship against the Grunt Style Stable. Before this match started, we saw that Matthew Robles said he wanted to have just 1 minute of time with Marlon Bishop, and I have it on good authority that even 1 minute spent with Matthew Robles is going to be highly regrettable. I can only imagine what the MK Bandit is trying to get Marlon Bishop to do for him. That being said, let's go now to Manny Lemons, who's preparing for the main event.
Well, tonight is the night. All the talking stops. It's put up or shut up. I have to ask myself the question, am I the guy that I say that I am? Or am I the guy that Tom Chad claims that I am? Either way, tonight we get definite answers as I go toe-to-toe, fist-to-fist with Marlon Bishop. Am I a little bit out of my mind? Yeah, probably. But honestly, devoted ones, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'll see you all out there.
Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Enforcer, Marlon Bishop!
I know I say this often, but it is something that, well, it must be stated, folks. Keep an eye on this man right here, because he is the real deal. Marlon Bishop, a former professional football player, now turned professional wrestler, and albeit this his sophomore year of professional wrestling, he has got all the gifts and the work ethic to go places. I can only imagine how frustrating it is for Bishop, having once held the championship and come close so many times, but not been able to grab it again.
And his opponent, picked from high atop the tallest lemon tree in the grove, he is the man, the brand, the king of the lemonade stand, Manny Lemons!
When you look in the Monsoon Dictionary, that's the wrestling dictionary, under intestinal fortitude, there's a picture of one man, and that's Manny Lemons, setting a definitive record that I don't know if will ever be beaten. 302 days he held the DCW Heavyweight Championship. 8 years into his professional career, this 27-year-old who just had a birthday, by the way, happy birthday, Mr. Lemons, he saw a void in professional wrestling in the state of Utah, and it has been his goal to bring the very best professional wrestling possible to this area, and I think he's doing one hell of a job, to be honest. Dewey Larson, our referee of this match, the DCW Commandant of Officials, I'm telling you folks, there is a ton of talent, experience, and greatness in the ring right now. Devoted Faithful clearly behind our man with the plan, the king of the lemonade stand. And he is getting the crowd fired up, the Devoted Faithful here in strength tonight. Oh, speaking of strength, that is how a linebacker stops forward progress, folks. And this is, this is telling of how serious Marlon Bishop is taking this contendership bout. In the past year that I have worked with Marlon Bishop, I can tell you, of all the athletes I've worked with, he is by far the one that puts the professional in professional wrestling. Oh, and a big old 2XL hand slap right across the chest of Manny Lemons, and Bishop's not done yet. He's going for another. Oh my goodness. Manny is feeling it. Oh, you can already see the blood vessels bursting across his chest. Bishop looking possibly for the main compliance, but Lemon's able to come out of it, comes off of the ropes with a shoulder tackle of his own, not able to knock down the former running back and lineman. Manny himself, though, with a collegiate football background. Wait a second. What is MK doing out here? Our referee not having it. Is this what MK wanted to talk to Marlon Bishop about? Is this another one of MK's schemes? Bishop doesn't look happy to see Matthew Robles. I mean, no one really is ever happy to see him, but oh, and look at that. Robles takes the chance to trip Manny. Oh, and they definitely are not working together. Oh boy. Robles might need a dry cleaner after what's going on in his Gucci's right. Oh, and now, come on now. A low blow to Lemons? No, absolutely. The right call made by our referee. There it is. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? Oh, Marlon is cleaning house right now. I don't know if I necessarily agree with his reaction. I understand his anger, his frustration, but this is too much. This is not a constructive way. This is not going to put you any further in the business, any further into obtaining your goals. Folks, I'm Lauren Gardner, the Cicerone. Thanks for joining us. We're out of time.
Now I will kill you.
Collar and Elbow was founded on the traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. This is our company. This is our brand. For all of us who love wrestling, it belongs to us.